Food is a very important subject that captures the interest of many, one way or the other, for good or otherwise. In this month of November at the Kingsborough Church, we will be looking at the culture, miracle, and tragedy of food to stir up the consciousness and need for a journey towards healthy living. To achieve this, we will engage in a couple of interesting activities and I can expect that this will carry most people, if not everyone, along. Enjoy the experience, but more importantly, learn and take action, however little.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me at my home kitchen. Okay, so today we're going to be making the pesto creamy chicken with spinach spaghetti. All right? It sounds really great and I'm sure it's going to taste lovely as well. Right, so I'm going to talk you through my ingredients for today. The first thing is the spaghetti. You can see there I've already soaked it. I soaked it in hot water for 15 minutes just to preserve energy so I don't have to cook it for long, right? Which is to do with climate change and also to save more on your energy utility bills, okay? And then my chicken, I bought the breast chicken but I had to dice it, so I've diced it ready to cook. And then this is the spinach we're going to be using today. I only had to wash it, okay? Even if you buy the washed one, just wash it to make sure you've gotten rid of any kind of bacteria. And then here is my Italian grated cheese, right? I just bought the ready-made one, okay? And then I've got a soft cheese here. You can also buy the ready-made one. You don't have to make it from scratch. I have my chicken stock and the pesto, green pesto with basil. There's basil in it as well. And then I have my chili. The chili is optional. If you don't like pepper, you don't have to put the chili. And I have the fresh basil just to make it, smell nice and taste lovely as well, right? And I'm also going to be using like olive oil, okay? And I will use this salt, but this salt has thyme and basil in it as well. Actually it's lemon, not basil. Thyme and lemon inside this salt, and I'm just going to use a little. But if you like to use salt, try and use your sea salt and just a little bit. I'm not going to be using my salt today. And I'm going to supplement salt with lemon, and I'll show you how to do that. So it's still going to taste really nice as if you put salt in it. So we all have to try and get rid of salt in our cooking, right? So that's all the ingredients we're going to be using today. It only took me 10 minutes to prepare this, not too much if you don't have much time. So yeah, I only had to dice the chicken, soak the spaghetti, wash the basil, dice the chili, and just roughly cut the fresh basil leaves. That's all. So it only took me 10 minutes. Right, so it's time to cook. Let's go. Okay, now we're ready to cook. So you can use a deep pan like I'm using, depends on the size of your family or the amount you want to cook. So I'm going to be using this deep pan today, and you just need a drizzle of oil, just a drizzle of oil. That's it. And you put your chicken straight away. Then you add the spinach. So you can see there's a lot of sauce in it already. So you don't need to add any water at all, because there's a lot of water in the chicken and the spinach, so there's enough for you to cook your pasta. And because the pasta is already soaked, you don't need a lot of water to add in it. So you don't need to add any water. You'll see that everything will become dry when I add the pasta. Okay, and if you taste it, there's a little bit of salt in it already, but you can still add a little bit of salt, but I'm going to add my lemon because the lemon would also like an option, another option for salt. So with the lemon, you can drop them in if you want, or you can squeeze them in as well. Okay, so now we're going to add the spaghetti. All right, so now I'm adding the spaghetti. So that's your creamy pesto chicken with spinach spaghetti done. Yeah. So that's ready. I've just sprinkled my Italian cheese on top of it after serving it in the bowl. The cheese is optional. If you like cheese, you can have it. If not, you can have it just like that. But that's our creamy pesto chicken with spinach and spaghetti ready to eat. So thank you for joining me today. I hope to see you again very soon. I always enjoy making meals, especially I use Gusto to learn a lot of how to make all these dishes. They're cheaper and they're very healthy and they're quick, ready meal to make. So yeah, if you want to know more about it, you can just speak to me anytime. Well, thank you, and hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.